Anna stood behind the cash register, her hands trembling as she watched the elderly man shuffle through his pockets. His name was Mr. Harris, a quiet, kind man who came into the cafe every morning. At 76 years old, he lived alone, often counting out his coins carefully before ordering the same small coffee and toast. This morning, he came up short, only $2. He looked up at Anna with apologetic eyes, his wrinkled hands fumbling to check his pockets again. "I'm sorry, dear," he said with a weak smile. "I think I forgot my extra change at home." Anna's heart ached for him. It was just $5. Without a second thought, she punched in the order and said, "It's on me, Mr. Harris. Don't worry about it." He patted her hand with gratitude, took his coffee, and slowly walked to his usual seat by the window. But Anna had no idea that a simple act of kindness would soon turn her world upside down. Just as she turned to help the next customer, her manager, Rachel, stormed toward her, fury in her eyes. "Anna, step into my office. Now." Confused, Anna followed. The moment she stepped inside, Rachel shut the door and crossed her arms. "You gave away free food," she snapped. "It was just a coffee and toast," Anna explained. "Mr. Harris." "I don't care who it was," Rachel interrupted. "We don't make exceptions. That's stealing from the company." Anna's stomach twisted. "It was $5, Rachel. He's a regular, and he didn't have enough today." Rachel's expression hardened. "I don't care. You're fired." Anna's breath hitched. Fired? Over $5. She had been working at the cafe for 3 years, barely scraping by. She had rent due next week, and this job was the only thing keeping her afloat. "Please," she whispered. "You know I need this job." Rachel's face remained cold. "Clean out your locker." Tears stung Anna's eyes, but she refused to let them fall. She grabbed her things and left through the back door, the cold morning air biting at her skin. She sat on the curb, feeling numb. Fired. Over $5. How was she going to pay rent? What was she going to do? She didn't notice the man standing nearby until a voice broke through her thoughts. "Are you okay, dear?" Anna looked up. It was Mr. Harris. He must have seen everything. She forced a smile. "I'll be fine, Mr. Harris. It's just bad luck, I guess." His kind eyes studied her. "Come with me," he said softly. Anna hesitated but, with nothing left to lose, she nodded. He led her to a sleek black car parked outside the cafe. A driver stepped out and opened the door. Confused, Anna looked at Mr. Harris. "You have a car?" she asked, stunned. He chuckled. "I have more than that, dear." They drove across town to a grand office building with towering glass windows. The sign outside read Harris Foundation for Community Support. Anna's heart pounded as they entered. Inside, employees greeted Mr. Harris with warm smiles, calling him "Sir" as they passed. "Mr. Harris, who are you?" she asked, overwhelmed. He turned to her with a gentle smile. "I run this foundation to help people in need. And today, I want to help you." Anna's breath caught in her throat. "You showed kindness when you thought no one was watching," he continued. "That tells me everything I need to know about you." He handed her a folder. She opened it with shaking hands. Inside was a job offer, an administrative position at his foundation, with double the salary she made at the cafe. Tears spilled down her cheeks. "Why are you doing this?" she whispered. "Because you deserve it," Mr. Harris said. "And because kindness should never cost someone their job." Anna couldn't hold back a sob. Just 30 minutes ago, she had lost everything over $5. Now, her entire life had changed. She hugged him tightly. "Thank you, Mr. Harris." He patted her back. "No, dear. Thank you." That day, Anna learned a powerful lesson: the smallest act of kindness can open doors you never imagined. And sometimes, losing everything is just the beginning of something far greater.